sugar and cinnamon. All you need now for your sopapillas is a dab of honey. But imagine a world without honey. What would we put on our sopapillas? For this topic, we're going to talk about the endangerment of bees. The past 10 years, scientists have done research on the bee population, and they have recently discovered a decline in the bee populations. Just this year, 7 different species of bees were put on the endangered list in Hawaii because of the decline. To understand why bees are disappearing, it is important to understand the process of pollination and the disadvantages of bees disappearing. So, what is pollination? The website Pollinator Paradise states that pollination is the transfer of pollen from the anthers of a flower to the stigma of the same flower or to another flower. Pollination is for fertilization. Fertilization allows for flowers to make seeds either through self-pollination or cross-pollination by a pollinator. A pollinator is an animal or insect that moves pollen from flower to flower by cross-pollination. Animals and insects that are good pollinators in flowers include bees, hummingbirds, some wasps, and other small insects. So what are bees' roles in pollination? Bees move pollen from flower to flower. So they start at one flower and then move to another flower and cross-pollinate that way so that the flowers can make seeds. In the article, What Would Happen If Bees Went Extinct by the BBC, states that bees pollinate 70 of the 100 crop species that feed 90% of the world. Honeybees are responsible for $30 billion a year in crops. So advantages and disadvantages of the bee decline. Simply, there are no advantages to bees disappearing. Disadvantages are that we will lose plants first and then move up the food chain. In this diagram here, we see that bees are responsible for pollinating all different kinds of fruits, vegetables, nuts, and beans, and the food that the animals eat. So if bees go extinct first, the plants that they pollinate will go extinct and then go up the food chain. So the animals that eat those plants will die off, and then whoever eats those animals will die off, so it just goes up and up and up. So how can we help save the bees? First, you can plant flowers and herbs and trees that are bee friendly. You can leave water out for bees because they do get thirsty. Whenever you're farming or you're doing your lawn, don't use pesticides. And finally, realize that bees aren't out to get you. If you leave bees alone, they'll probably leave you alone, so there's no need to kill any bees for no reason. So in conclusion, knowing that 7 types of bees just got put on the endangered list this year, we can't waste any time. We must do everything we can to help the bees. Thank you, and save the bees.